Are you ready to slay another day? So are we. Welcome back to Shit 90 Shows Taught Me. I'm Jess Sterling here with my co-host, Sarah Humphrey. Sarah, how are you?
Jess, I feel as though if anybody is watching our YouTubes, you got abducted by the aliens. They have taken you away. They have put you in a
Mm-hmm.
creepy little shack. And I
Goo
don't
all over
know.
my face. Yeah,
There's goop. You got gooped.
I did
I
get
you got gooped. I don't know if you're gonna be able to come back. I mean, honestly,
Yeah. This
Jessica.
just shows my commitment to the podcast that
Yeah.
I'm on vacation. I'm on
Okay,
vacation
hold up.
in
You're not
quotes.
on vacation. It's
I'm
not like
I'm
you're
off
in
of work.
it's not like you're in Bermuda. Like, let's be real.
No, I am away. We are staying at my parents' cabin for the week. We decided to take a week off between the holiday on Monday and then my husband's birthday and our wedding anniversary all kind of falls around the same time. So we decided just to take a week off and come enjoy the fall leaves falling and the cool fresh air. So that's where I am currently. So apologies if you're watching the video. My setup is not ideal, but I'm working with what I've got. I have a light in front of my face, so at
Mhm.
least I'm not sitting in darkness.
Is the light in front of your face from an interrogator because you're getting abducted and you're in
Mhm.
a murderer's
Listen, there's
basement?
only so much I can do. But this episode, season 5, episode 9, listening to fear. I feel like if not for a few of the like revelations this episode, when it comes to Dr. Ben, I don't know. I would understand if people like were doing a rewatch and maybe like skip this one. It's also very heavy. It is a very
Mhm.
heavy episode of Buffy.
Yeah. I mean, she's kind of a filler episode, but also I think it's like important for Buffy and Dawn's character development. I'm really
Mhm.
liking what they're doing in that department a lot. And I feel as though I've done a complete 180 on Dawn. Like,
I'm very happy to hear that.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I really, really like her and I really like their dynamic as sisters, especially because like there's 100% chance Joyce is a dead. So like
Yes. Yeah.
150%. So like they're going to need each other. Um
And
and
Joyce makes Buffy promise, like, I mean, not that
oh, that
it
was
was
so sweet.
it was unnecessary, just I mean, in terms of but there's no way Buffy wouldn't,
Well,
take
he
care of Dawn,
doesn't.
but
Joyce doesn't know that.
no, I know, but I was still very touched by the scene, especially because with everything going on with Joyce's health, obviously, she doesn't always have control of or what she is saying, and whether or not she really means those things, she's still saying them. And so the impact, like impact versus intent or whatever, right? Like Dawn is still impacted by that. Buffy is still impacted by everything she's saying. And yeah, we'll get into all of that because there is like, oh, this is some like very heavy stuff. And I feel like based on what some people have told us about what to expect from season 6, about like it being heavier, it dealing with like some serious topics, it feeling dark, right? It feeling a little depresso at times. I feel like we're getting little sneak peeks of it here
Yeah.
with like the Joyce and her daughters
Yeah.
stuff.
This is I am so sorry to keep comparing it to Harry Potter, but this is the Order of the Phoenix that sets us
Mhm.
up for book 6. Book 6, season 6.
There you go.
Um Half-Blood Prince, which
Yeah, where
is
things
like
get real.
super, it's like kind of dark. We get like a lot of like creepy backstory, which is actually my favorite Harry Potter book, but
Oh,
um
interesting.
because of all of like the background stuff. But
Mhm.
anyway, it's like darker. Like Harry Potter is dark. He's always like a little emo boy. Long story short, I feel as though like I can see that happening. But we're focusing on season 5 right now. There's a lot of stuff
Yeah.
happening. Um Obviously the focus of this episode is like Joyce is about to get surgery. We end the episode of her going into surgery, and throughout it like she's
Mhm.
progressing, like the tumor is pressing on her brain and is making her say like really crazy things. However, at the same time, there's a lot of people saying a lot of crazy things and people are
Right.
going quote unquote crazy. So it's like, does everybody have brain tumors? I still think that it is a brain tumor, but like, how does it relate and coincide with all the other like
Right.
people that are
I
going
think
nuts?
I do wanna, like, mention a few things here, because you brought it up, right? Of we have the mental ward is, overloaded at this point. We hear from Dr. Ben. They're booked to capacity, so they're ending up sending some people home with families who can take care of them, which I have so many thoughts on. But I think it's interesting that Joyce is experiencing some of those symptoms where she's saying things she doesn't really mean and kind of just like she's just saying strange things. However, she didn't come into the hospital as a like mental ward patient. You know what I mean? Like she came in because she has had these really bad headaches. And so she's presenting differently, right? They're not treating her the same way that they're treating those patients. And yet, the monster that we will talk about, the nasty black tar legless larva monster, is treating her a very similar way, treating her like he has to quell the mental patient or whatever they wanted to say. Um, so I think that's really interesting, and I think we'll have to talk about how Glory kind of works into this and how she's connected to all of it. But it is really interesting. I feel like there definitely has to be more to the Joyce thing than just coincidentally, she has a brain tumor at the same time that everyone in town is losing their minds. It's just interesting to me that it is a little different. It's not presenting the same way. And yet, Sarah, it does have the similar results in terms of what she's saying
Yeah.
to Dawn and how and by the end of the episode, her realization of Dawn is not mine, is
Is
she?
it proximity to Dawn? Is it the fact that like Dawn, she's living with Dawn, she almost like Dawn is a ball of radiation
Mhm.
that is she's getting more and more affected by it, but then like why does nobody else get that? So it's one of those things, it's like I feel like we're so close, but like I just don't know what it is. Like
Yes.
I think it's
I
like
think we're circling around the
yeah,
actual
we're like
answer.
missing one piece of it, and then it's gonna be the end of the season, and we're gonna be like, "Oh, duh! Like, how did I not see that or
Yeah.
think of that?" But I feel like it has something to do with the fact, like, it's Dawn. It's the fact that like she was able to see clearly at a second, and that like I caused an aneurysm slash brain tumor, I think, and
Mhm.
then she is simultaneously like getting affected and the tumor is growing the more that she spends with Dawn. But then like I do know that like when things are pressed against your brain, like you can like speech or
Yeah.
like things can get impacted. So I think it's like all of the above. I just like don't, you know what? I'm not a scientist. I'm not, how am I supposed to know?
We're not Dr. Melissa. We are not brain doctors. We
No.
don't know all of this stuff.
Actually, we should get some like we should
We
get
need
her
to we
into
need to
this.
get a consultant. Yeah, we need to get a consultant to tell us what the hell is going on. But
Yeah.
it is interesting that like now Dawn has had 3 separate instances where people have basically said called her a thing and said she's nothing, right? Like said she's wild and like said all these mean things to her. We have the guy in the hospital this episode
Mhm.
who says there's no data, there's no pictures, that thing there when he talks about Dawn. The guy outside the magic shop who did like the little Miss Muffet quote to her, and then
Mhm.
obviously Joyce calling, saying, "You thing, you're nothing, you're a shadow," which obviously stuck out to me because the tumor is called the shadow. Like there's a lot of references to shadows, which I think you're
Right.
spot on in terms of proximity to Dawn because, like you said, some sort of radiation situation. The shadow is Dawn and now has infected Joyce, and Buffy is somehow immune because she's a Slayer and whatever. She's
She's
superhuman.
but like everybody okay, but they don't live with her. So I don't know.
Who doesn't live with her? Oh, the other people.
Like the Scoobies or Giles, like they
Oh yeah,
spend
none of them
time
actually
with them.
live with her though. I
Yeah.
think you're right. I think it's the closeness, right? The proximity. And
Mhm.
Dawn and the other thing is Dr. Ben, because what we might as well talk about
Okay,
him
this
here.
motherfucker, I refuse to call him a Dr. Ben. He's probably a fake doctor. Let's not. Like, he's probably half demon. What do you fucking mean? He didn't go to medical school. This man is a sham, and you're like, this prestigious Dr. Ben. But go on.
Okay, Ben.
Yeah.
He
His name is
I
probably not even Ben, but go on.
What do you want me to call him?
Fine, just call him Ben.
So Ben, this is where the very first time we see him this episode, I started to feel an inkling of a red flag. I know, and you've been on this train. You've been on this train. I'm giving you all the credit. You have been very against Ben.
Yeah.
Um,
Whenever I
I,
see Ben, have you ever seen that Demi Lovato tweet where it's like, "Get away from her, get a job." Every single time I see Ben, I literally think like, "Get away from her." Like every
yeah,
single time since the moment I've seen him. And yes, like part of it is like you're in my ear being like, "Oh, like hot doctor,
hot
maybe new love
doctor.
interest." And I'm like, "Get
Yeah,
away from her, get a
yeah, she's
job."
taken. Yeah,
She's taken.
but
But
this
yeah,
was the
I
first time I felt a little inkling that something was
Mhm.
wrong is when he approaches Buffy and Dawn and Willow at the hospital after Dawn gets accosted by the mental patient. And he's like, "Hey, what's going on? What did he say?" He's pestering her with questions to the point where I was like, that's interesting. Like, I immediately was a little bit sus of like, is he actually like evil? Like, what's going on here? And then, of course, we get the confirmation by the end of the episode that the same guy that was working for Glory shows up in Ben's car, and we find out Ben is the one who summoned the Queller, who we'll talk about, and he says he did it to clean up Glory's mess, like
Mhm.
he's done his whole damn life. So I'm
Mhm.
thinking he's her brother. I mean, that feels right to me. They're both hot, so that
Sure.
tracks.
Sure.
Um, but if he is summoning the Queller, which is meant to kind of put down mentally unstable people, that means that Glory is the cause of the mental instability in Sunnydale, right?
Yeah.
Does that track? So
Yeah, yeah, and I
yeah.
feel as though I feel like that has made sense for a while, aside from the fact that, like, the monks literally mess with everybody's memories, so I feel like when you're messing with memories and people's brains, like, I feel like
Mhm.
that's bound to happen, but then Glory is probably like, if there was no sort of threat to the monks' spells or their powers, then maybe it would be more seamless. So, I feel like it makes a lot of sense that I mean, this whole situation, like they did this whole spell thing because Glory was going after the portal slash keys. So it's just like, cause and effect. Like
Mhm.
one's affecting the other.
I thought
So,
it was really interesting that the guy who comes to like chastise Ben about summoning the Queller is like, we don't need this unwanted attention. And it's like, but all the people in this town are going nuts. Like, how is that? What? It just feels like, and I mean, maybe he's just mimicking what, like, relaying a message from Glory, because Glory
yeah.
loves chaos. Like, she thrives on it. And then the other question being like, okay, so this alien thing, the Queller, follows Joyce and the girls home, seemingly because it thinks that she's mentally unstable. Now we've seen she's not as bad. She hasn't reached the point of the other people that are in the ward. But I mean, I guess because they're all dead already, he's like, who's next? I'm still hungry. I still got work
Mhm.
to do. Now, Sarah, I need to ask you because I have so many thoughts on the decision for Joyce to go home rather
Oh,
than having to stay literally a day and a half in the hospital.
yeah.
Um, this felt like such a poor decision. Like, obviously the patient is going to want to leave. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the patient with a brain tumor wants to go home.
For
Shocker,
a
right?
day
For a day.
before,
What are we
uh
doing here, doctor? What are we actually doing? And you're like, 18-year-old, 20-year-old girl, she should be able to like handle administering meds and watching her younger sibling while also taking care of her mom. What are doing here, doctor? Truly, where is the like best practices, please?
Yeah, I mean, like, it was clear to me that this was a really screwy move as well. I was like, "What? This whole hospital, but like, what do we expect from a hospital within Sunnydale?" It's
Yeah.
and honestly, they're probably like, "We need beds because we're accumulating more and more patients." But I totally agree with you. I thought that this was an unhinged decision by the doctor. I don't trust this doctor anyway. We were like, this guy has terrible bedside manner. He's like rude and like I don't know. He like remember in the last episode he was just like piling stuff onto Buffy.
Mhm.
So like I don't love this doctor anyway, but this was such a bad decision. And also once again, it's like a day, before the surgery. It was so it's I understand that she wants to go home. Like that's totally understandable. Of course she wants to go home. But I feel as though I don't know, I would keep her in. It would be a different story if she was post-surgery and it's been, like, a couple weeks of monitoring and they wanna go home then, and Buffy is like, "Okay, like, I can administer, like, the medication, like, I can watch her. If anything happens, I can bring her back." Like, I don't feel like I would have a problem with that, but especially because she just has been having these, like, incidences where
Yes.
she says these, like, really unhinged things, like, I also feel like it came out of nowhere from Buffy, and I honestly think it's just, like, a mechanic for Buffy, um, and Joyce and Dawn to come home, like, I think, like, it's just, like, a story mechanic that the show had to do, because, like, if we're thinking about this logically, like, I don't think Buffy would have wanted her mom to come home at that moment, seeing her have these, like,
Yeah.
blips, you know what I mean? But
I think Buffy is kind of like I okay. The way I viewed it was Joyce is really suffering. Like she really doesn't want to be at the hospital. She's said time and time and time again, I don't want to be here. I want to go home. Buffy is you've seen her before. We've talked about this about her being like, I'll fix it, I'll handle it, I've got this. She's very much a fixer. She has this maternal side where she's always taking care of other people. And I think between her wanting to do that for Joyce and also wanting them not to all be cooped up in one room and Dawn having to like suffer in that way as well. I think Buffy is kind of like, let's just do this at home. They'll all be more comfortable. I could see from a character perspective why she would feel that way, especially because she does take so much on that this is like nothing. It's another thing on the pile of things Buffy is
Mhm.
taking care of. But like, yeah, the doctor, in my opinion, I'm not blaming Joyce or Buffy in this case. I'm blaming the doctor for not saying this is strongly against what I think is the best thing for you. Like, you be going home against doctor's recommendations. Like, because he knows he listed a ton of symptoms that she may have from this tumor. Like, I'm sorry, she's like a flight risk. She's a danger to
Mhm.
herself and others. You don't know what she's going to say or do. Like, this is not a person that should be at home in the care of her two daughters. Like that is just a young daughters. Like that's just not the right thing to do. And I feel like there's no more proof of that than when it was like, let's send Joyce to bed, but not give her any of the sedatives that the doctors gave us. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? And I'm not, again, not
Yeah.
blaming Buffy, but she's not a freaking doctor. It's just like unbelievable, all bad decisions being made here. And I mean, Sarah, who can really blame Buffy for wanting to have a moment to herself doing she's still doing
Oh,
the dishes. She's still taking care of her family, but she's turning up some Latin music and she's crying it out.
yeah. Man, a classic cry and clean dishes is such a mood. How relatable is that? I
Not to me, but yeah, I
yeah,
felt
me
like you
either.
would connect with it.
I'm pretty sure that I've cried and done dishes. Well, I've definitely taken moments of privacy to myself and just like let it all out, like whether that be even if it's not crying, like the times where I allow myself to like let the rage out, it's usually completely on my own, like in my car, like guttural scream of aggravation.
Mhm.
I haven't had that in a little bit, thank God, knock on wood, but, um, I just feel like, Buffy and I are very similar in that way of, like, our purest, like deepest emotions, like I'm not going to do that in front of people. Like people are not going to see that side of me. Like crying, yeah. I think like my relation is like anger. When I have those like angry moments, it's on my own, typically in my car. Um and then I just like let
Yeah.
myself go like that. But yeah, I mean that really hurt. One more thing about the Joyce thing. All in all, everything turned out okay. So, was it
Surprisingly, so much worse could have happened. She could have set fire to their home, truly. Like,
yeah.
she just randomly gets up, starts making breakfast, like dropping things. She could have hurt somebody. I mean, yeah, an alien attacks them and they live.
But that
Because
could have
good on
happened
Dawn, by the
anywhere.
way. I just want to say
Yeah.
Dawn is a rock star because this thing is terrifying looking. She attacks it, and then when it like screeches at her, I love her screaming. Like, Dawn is an icon. Dawn is a legend. She took care of her mother, all while feeling like her mom is saying awful things to her. When her mom is not feeling well, she's a little bit of an almond mom, telling Buffy she's fat. Like, really not great stuff from Joyce because of this tumor. But Dawn perseveres. I love this episode for Dawn because, again, the character work. She's a younger sibling. I love her, but she is very strong. She's very resilient, and I do think she's smarter than people give her credit for in terms of picking up on things. And yeah, I really loved this episode for Dawn. Thought she was very strong.
Yeah, so let's talk about this monster. So we
Nasty.
this I did not know that aliens were a possibility in this show. Like
Apparently things be falling from space now.
I didn't know that this is like it's bad enough that we have to worry about things from down below, not Australia. Like they're okay.
Not
But
down under.
not down under, but like like hell. But also we had to worry about things from the sky. Now, Jessica, we haven't talked about aliens on this show before. What's your stance on aliens?
I think it's silly to say that aliens don't exist because space is just so vast. There's
Yeah.
bound to be something else out there.
Yeah. Do you think that you're going to see aliens in your lifetime?
No.
No?
Number 1, because ain't nobody should want to come to Earth at this point. Like, we totally fucked up this planet, like, beyond repair. So no one's like, those people look smart and interesting. Let me go check them out. Probably not. Number 2, because if the aliens did contact us, again, I don't think I'm their choice. You know what I mean? Like, if you're
Mm,
looking for like the person to contact and you're an alien, it's probably not gonna be the girl with, like, a pretty average life in upstate New York?
sure. Yeah.
So I don't know. What about you? How do you feel about
Well,
aliens?
my stance on aliens is the same stance on robots. I respect the aliens. I
Mhm, mhm.
respect them. I think that they have a place in this world. If they come down, I just want to know that like I'm an ally and I'm cool with you. But like I don't fuck with you. You know what I mean? Like I don't
Yeah,
have
live
anything
your
bad to
life, do your
say.
thing.
Like
Mhm.
yeah, I just want you to be your own alien person. And if you take over the world, just like remember that like peace be with you and I'm cool, you know? And that's my
Mhm,
stance.
mhm.
That's my stance with the robots too. I respect
Yeah,
all robots and I make sure I say that to
in case they're
any
listening.
chance I can get because I know that they're listening, right?
Yeah, they could be
I
listening.
I know that they're listening. So, like, I
Definitely to this
respect you.
podcast, yeah.
I like you. I think that you're cool and your 900 teeth, like, those are cool. Like, you look like you have great dental health.
Can I ask why he didn't use his legs? He had legs.
I don't know. I mean, I like that you can stand on the ceiling. I think that's really cool too.
I
So, like,
hated it. Why is
I
he spitting up goop in people's faces? Like, it
don't
looked
be rude
the
to him.
no,
You
the
know,
goop was so gross.
you
The goop was so nasty, and the fact that, like, after it looked like Joyce have you ever done those, like, wax things where you get wax on your hands, then you, like,
Mhm,
peel it off? It looked like
mhm.
someone had done that to her face.
Look, like, I think it's a cool power
Paraffin
that this
wax, is that it?
this alien has. I respect you, alien, and your goop and everything about you. I respect
I
you. So if
don't
you
like goop. I really don't. Like, as much as I love an
yeah,
ooze, Sarah, I love an ooze in
it's one of the same.
it isn't though. In real life, I am just so opposed to a goop because I don't like when my hands feel grimy and like sticky. Like if
Yeah.
I give myself like a PBJ sandwich or something, and I get jelly on my hand, immediately washing my hands. I
Yeah,
just like I'm the girl that
sensory
like
issues.
have you seen like the TikToks and stuff where it's like if you like crack an egg and then you immediately like turn on the sink and like rinse your fingers off because it's just like the gooiness. Ugh.
No, I don't get that algorithm, honestly.
Yeah.
That seems like it's perfectly curated for you, my dear.
I think it is. I don't get a lot of the Taylor Swift algorithm, but I do
Yeah.
get the wash your hands after eggs algorithm. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't like how this thing didn't use its legs. It was really nasty. But you know what? You know who swooped in to save the day, Sarah? You know who was there? You know who was there to
Oh,
help out?
yeah, I mean, fucking creep and a half. He's just hanging out in the basement, sniffing her panties, stealing
Taking
photographs.
photos of her.
I gotta say,
Creep.
now, I once again, like, let's pretend Buffy is one of our best friends, right? Like, she's one of our best
Oh, stay
friends.
far away from him, Buffy.
Yeah, like why are you rooting for a man that like literally is about to steal all of her dirty socks and then make a like Olga Pataki shrine out of her
Helga
shit?
Pataki. Helga Pataki.
Olga probably did things too. I don't
No,
know.
Olga was the cool sister. Here's the thing. Number one, the reason I do it is mostly because you hate it so much that I really get a lot of
I
joy out of
don't
it.
hate him though.
No, no,
I
no, but you hate the pairing. You hate the chatter of a pairing.
I
You hate
do.
that
I
aspect.
feel like it's a lot of noise that I don't need in my life.
Yeah, so number 1, that's why. Number 2, I just like Spike as, like, a character. I think he's very fun, and I like the banter they have back and forth. So those are the main 2 reasons. I do love because he's there. Again, he's being a creepo and getting photos of her. He's there to help out, though, and he, like, throws Buffy a knife, which I freaked out originally because I was like, "Oh my god, like, who just chucks a kitchen knife like that?" But, of
Oh,
course, it's Buffy,
she can
she's fine.
catch a knife. That's
Stab, stab, stab.
easy. Yeah.
Kills the monster. In comes Riley, who we will talk about because I have so many thoughts on
Woo,
Riley's storyline this
yeah.
episode. And I love Spike being like, sorry you missed out. You weren't here to protect your girlfriend, but I was. Mr. What is it? Mr. Steal Your Girl. Like, that's what Spike is giving.
Yeah, Spike negging Riley is actually pretty funny
It is.
because he's right. Like I mean, the fact that Spike is always there because he's stalking Buffy because he's obsessed with her.
Yeah.
Riley's out and doing stuff, question mark, but he's right. Like Riley came like 20 minutes too late. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Riley should have been there, but he was there like blowing all of the initiative guys and was so, he missed out, but honestly, um I do think that Spike negging Riley is a really funny dynamic. S- I think that Angel and Riley are both like get easily flustered by Spike. I think
Yeah.
they're very similar
They're
in
very
that sense.
serious, both of them.
They're
Like,
serious.
yeah.
They could be
They're really
serious.
and now Riley has turned into a sad boy, which Angel has always been.
Yeah.
So they have that in common as well.
I still yeah, do you want to get into do you have anything else to say about Spike before
No,
we move
no, I'm
on?
ready to talk about
Okay.
Riley because
My
what this
he's going
guy.
through it. I
Mhm.
I don't totally understand what he's doing besides the fact like obviously a ton of self-sabotage. I think it's interesting that like he's letting all the vamps just like suck his blood because I thought this last episode when I saw him go to that girl and like was like, "Oh, try my neck, try my flavor." I was like, "Oh, my," I was like, "Is he going to ask her to turn into a vampire so that he can have some sort of power?" And I don't know if that's what we're walking towards or moving towards.
That
Like,
that would surprise me just and I know this is like meta, but like
yeah,
because we're kind of doing that on Angel, that would like surprise me a little bit. We're doing it on Buffy too with
that's
Darla,
true.
with all the
That's true.
Darla stuff. I feel
Right.
like that'd be a step too far because he really does hate
He does hate
vampires.
them.
I don't think he
So,
wants to become one. I think
okay.
he wants to like feel,
Feel
right?
something.
He wants to I want to feel something. So
Yeah, he
now
wants to
he's
feel
like
something.
he's getting the like basically the vampire version of a blowjob this episode. Which is
Yeah.
like, okay, he's ditching the Scoobies who are on patrol and like really struggling to like do things. Like poor Giles is getting the shit kicked out of him. Like this man, he's supposed to be a watcher. He's not supposed to be on the front lines. Leave him alone, you know?
He wanted to be. He wanted to be.
Poor
That's
guy.
on him.
And then Riley is like, "Oh, okay, we're all here. There's a thing that fell from the sky. Let's check it out." He's all up on it. Like, my guy, Anya is right about the radiation. Like, watch your junk near that stuff. You know, you do want to be infertile? I don't know. Get away from it. And then he's like, "Oh, you guys go and research. You know, I'm not that smart. You know, I don't do the books." And they're like, "Okay, call us." Blah blah blah. He immediately picks up the phone and calls the fucking government. Like, bro, I thought we didn't trust the government at this point,
No,
Riley.
I think that he needs to go back. I'm like, to be honest with you, I think that he needs to go back to the initiative. I think that this is where he's going to wind up unless he becomes a vampire or dies in some like weird situation. I think it's time. I think that's where he's happiest. That's where he found purpose.
Mhm.
I think it's time for him to go back to the initiative. And I think like this was the first time where he kind of like felt like himself again. When he got away from getting the blowies from the vampires and
Mhm.
causing some sort of like mayhem, I think like it was the first time that he was like, I feel like myself. And when you are like so disconnected from who you are because of depression or because of like big changes in your life and you fall back into a place of comfort, I think like he excels. Like he was able to feel like a leader again. He was like, you know, say like, oh, I have an idea. Of course, he got there and like completely missed the mark like by 20 minutes. But also, he was right. Like, he was right. He knew as soon as they found out that, oh, the monster that they're looking for, the alien that they're looking for, is going to a specific house of somebody that was released that day. He was right. He knew it where it went right to Joyce. So I think that this is where he excels and where he needs to be. Like he needs to, like we've been saying, the man needs to get a job. Like he needs
Well,
to fall
he
back.
thrives in the structure, and
Yeah.
that's the thing, is, like, Riley and the initiative, or what remains of the initiative, feels like it's like the government, it's the bureaucracy. They'll eventually get there, but they're gonna go by the book, they're gonna go step by step by step, and they're gonna arrive 20 minutes too late.
Yeah.
Versus, obviously, Spike was already there, so he's a bad example, but like, you know, they're not just gonna run into danger and like figure it out on the fly. That's what
Yeah.
Buffy does, that's what the
That's what Buffy
Scoobies do.
does. But
That is not what Riley does, and he doesn't really like doing that
he
sort of a
doesn't like
thing.
it. And that's
And
okay. That's
yeah,
okay.
it's not for him, but I will say is Riley is never smarter than when he's hanging out with the initiative. They show up and he's like, "Oh, it's some sort of protein alkaloid." Like, "No, it's not venomous. No, it's not dangerous." My guy, have you run like tests on it? How do you know this? Like, is he a
Yeah.
scientist? Did he randomly become a scientist? When did this
Well,
happen?
how often does the government slash army slash initiative run into extraterrestrials? Because once again,
Mhm.
like I didn't even know that this was an option. So how and they first came and they're like, "Oh, is this?" I forget the word that they use, but basically, is this of the
Oh,
Earth? And they said
yeah.
no. He said no. This is an extraterrestrial. This is aliens. So it's like, how, like, would this guy actually know about like alien subject matter? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. It just felt like what I really didn't enjoy from Riley, because I didn't really like him calling in the government because how can we trust them? But also, I felt like he was not communicating at all with the Scoobies in terms
Yeah.
of like open communication, right? Like they are always the ones reaching out to him. He ditched them when they were doing the patrol.
Hmm.
Then he like they're doing all this research trying to figure out what's going on. It's Willow who calls him and is like, "We figured this out. It's a queller. It's like quelling the madmen." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I know. I'm at the hospital. All these dead people." It's like, why didn't you tell the Scoobies like work together? Like, yes, you I feel like between the two groups, if you had worked together, maybe you get there sooner. Like, because Riley is the one who says, "Oh, let's use the like Geiger thing to like follow the path of radiation." You're like, as you said, that was correct thing to do. It worked. But maybe if you had worked with the Scoobies, you could have figured this out sooner. Like, it just, I don't know why he was sidestepping the Scoobies. It
We
feels like he's been
lost him. Sorry, I didn't mean to
We
interrupt you.
lost him.
We lost him.
Oh,
He's
to like
gone.
Riley is gone from the Scoobies.
He's yeah, like
Yeah.
he kind of thinks they're a bunch of clowns because they are. He thinks that they are um like
They're like the Bad News
volatile and
Bears without Buffy.
spontaneous, and they are like he doesn't respect them, which I'm definitely not saying that's a good thing, but he doesn't respect them or how they do business. So he's
Yeah.
not going to clue them in. Like he is getting so disjointed from the group, and I think that he is separating himself from them. He's
Yeah.
like which once again, like we're just like firming up the fact that like we are on a path of Riley is no longer part of the Scoobies. He needs to do his own thing. He needs to get back to the structure that he thrives on. So I think that the Scoobies don't see it that way. They still think that he's one of them and they want to include them. They really trust what his opinion and what he has to say, but I think that like he's lost the respect of them except for maybe except for Buffy and like maybe I don't know. I think that's it. I think that like he
Yeah.
just sees them as a bunch of clowns.
Xander is the one who, again, this episode tries to have a conversation with him of like, hey man, where were you last night? Like, we were doing the patrol and you were nowhere to be found. I really like that they're giving this part of the reaching out to Riley to Xander, because like you said, we've seen them kind of have some buddy stuff in the past, so I think it's interesting and fun that Xander is the one having these sort of chats with Riley, but it doesn't really seem to be having any impact on
Mm-mm.
Riley. Like he's not taking any of this to heart. And honestly, the most egregious thing he does this episode, we haven't even really talked about, which is the fact that he uses a cell phone holster. Like, it was offensive.
Do you do you have any proof of this quote unquote cell phone holster?
I don't have like I did not take screenshots or anything.
Okay. But
It's in the scene where he calls the initiative to come in. He
is it
like
just
whips out his cell phone off of his belt
how big is
buckle
the cell
thing.
phone
The cell
in
phone? I
question?
don't know how big. I mean, I think it's a flip phone, no, right? Like
I
we're
don't
really odds.
remember. I don't remember
Yeah.
because or do you have a problem like with the fact was it like a leather holster? Was it like a bulky thing?
All I noticed was he pulled the phone off of like his belt loop,
Uh-huh.
situation, and I was not here for it.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
the bad. It's like, I mean, obviously we're in the early aughts, so like it's a little forgivable, but like it's the biggest ick. Like
okay.
anyone with a cell phone holster is like a big ick.
But
Ugh.
also like guys don't have a purse or a
They
backpack.
have pockets. They have pockets, unlike us, because the society fucking hates us and
But
says, no, you must buy a purse. You can't have pockets.
going back to the radiation of it all, like where's the research about what happens when you put they're probably worried about the radiation with the cell phones being close
So
to
then why is he standing so close to something that fell from the sky?
I
And
don't know.
also, I don't know if on his belt is like as far as like his
Mm,
pocket. Like
mhm.
it's very close. They're like an
Look,
inch away.
I he's my man and
You defend him to the ends of the earth. I
I'll
just couldn't.
defend him
I
to the
can't defend this. It's
I
awful.
am loyal. So I
Hmm.
mean, like, I'm not blind. I'm calling out his bullshit.
No,
Like,
you are. Yeah.
I'm saying that he is self-harming, that he's
Hmm.
ostracizing himself, that he is going down a path that's probably not healthy. I want him to do something that is good for himself. I can't speak on the cell phone holster. Why does he want to have one? Does he think it's functional? Probably. He probably thinks that he's like, this is
So convenient.
function, not form. You know what I mean? He's
Hmm.
like,
It's not
this,
fashion. Yeah.
it's not fashion. He's like, I don't have time for fashion. I need a place for me to grab my cellular device
Hmm.
and I need it fast. So that's Riley's shit. But he's a disaster. Like he's an absolute disaster.
Not
Like
going well for him.
no, like he's like ditching people, hanging out with vampires. I don't like he's like a fucking mess and a half. And I think
Yeah.
like you nailed it. We nailed it. He's just trying to feel something. He's being very melodramatic, but
Yeah.
also his face is very cute.
I just don't have time for him, but I think the thing saving him from more of my wrath we'll talk about in a little bit, which is Angel being like an edgelord and just being insufferable all the
Oh
time.
my god.
But we'll talk about
Talk
him in a
about
bit.
melodrama. Oh
The
my gosh.
ridiculousness. One other thing before
Yeah.
we get to all the Cordy's Corner stuff. The Tara and Willow stargazing scene I thought was just
Oh,
so adorable, specifically because Tara didn't know the names of like the constellations when she was a kid, so she made up her own. I really loved this scene. They got to just be a couple and hang out and do a cute little activity. It was so like quaint and adorable. I loved it.
they're cute. I really like them a
Mhm.
lot. I think that they just make a sweet couple. Like I really do. I
Mhm.
think that they really work for me.
Yeah.
And Tara's like a gem. She's just a
She
gem.
really is. She's so sweet. Anything else on the episode? We like you said, we end with Joyce going into surgery, so we'll kind of see where all of that goes, if it
So,
fixes
yeah,
anything. I don't
well, the
know.
question is like I mean, there's no way that she's going to just like die during
No,
surgery,
we're only
right?
10 episodes in. Like she has to die more dramatically than in surgery, I think.
I mean, okay.
I feel like they're gonna like not that it's not dramatic to die in surgery. I'm saying like maybe a monster has to be involved. Like maybe
No.
like I think we're not done with the
Like
Joyce's sick
glory.
storyline. So I think like they're gonna remove part of the tumor, whatever. Maybe it
Mhm.
grows back. Maybe like, I don't know. I just don't think
Okay.
we're done with it yet.
What if like Glory is able to do some sort of like crazy like I'm going to like kind of like make the aneurysm like and kind
That's
of like
horrifying.
squashes her brain or
Oh
whatever
my.
and
Okay,
like is
maybe.
she's the one that kills like like or maybe it's just like
Mhm.
I'm able to like snap my fingers and like Joyce is
Mhm.
able to it like has a aneurysm or like a brain bleed and like some sort of like it's like Glory that's able to like fuck some shit up or
Yeah.
accelerate it.
I still maybe I should walk back the monster thing. I don't think she's gonna die this early in the season, but I also think Joyce's death could be something that is very human and normal, just to hit home the fact that Buffy can't save everyone from everything. Like
Oh,
she could just die from illness.
no, I think that
Uh
there's gonna be a level of Buffy feeling like it's her responsibility.
oh, interesting. I mean, yeah, it
Yeah.
could. Also, did you respond? I'm curious. Did you also read that Ben is Glory's brother? Is that the connection there?
Sure. Like, so he says, all of my life. That sounded very like brother, like, or like family member. I have to clean everything up. I
Especially
don't,
because of the Dawn connection, right? Like the
mhm.
sibling relationship we're exploring with
but,
Dawn and Buffy.
but if she, okay, so if she's like this like crazy old demon, I don't know if he is like a brother, but whatever. All of his life, not all of her life. I
Yeah,
feel as though, like, why, if he is equally as evil and old, why is he cleaning up her messes? You know what I mean?
because she's a chaotic mess. I don't know, because she's the younger
So
sibling, maybe.
he's just like a good demon that is
No.
ancient. Like it doesn't really make sense totally. You know what I mean? Like I feel as
Yeah.
though I feel like I don't know if he's some sort of like servant of hers, like,
Hmm.
or like a watcher equivalent, or
Could be, yeah.
um, I don't know. Like, why would he have to clean up her messes?
It,
Like,
it felt
why?
familial to me, but I don't know. I'm just interested to see how all of these
Yeah,
puzzle
it's
pieces connect.
something. I mean, it's definitely something. I'm just like trying to
Hmm.
think about like why, if he's evil and their goal is to get the portal, the key to the portal, and go back to wherever. What's the portal do again? Do we know?
I don't know. I just know she's the
It's
key.
the key to the portal to some other dimension because she wants to get back. That's her goal.
Right.
I want to get back. Back where? I don't know. Back
Mhm.
to another. version of this
Realm.
reality, of another realm, back
I don't know.
to hell. Like, how did he or so they're stuck here, right? They're stuck here and they want to get back. But then wouldn't he want to get back too? So then why would he want to get in her way to get the key? So like there's something that like is not totally tracking. Like maybe he's not
Mhm.
totally bad. Like maybe he's is really trying to protect civilization as we know it.
Mhm.
And he's like trying to thwart some of her things. Or maybe they have to be here and he doesn't want to go back, or like he doesn't want like the realms to like converge into one.
Mhm.
And I don't know, like I think that like it's more curious, like how did she get here and why? Because she's like a billion, she's older than anything that can be
Than,
spoke.
like, the written word or whatever.
Right. So then it's you know what I mean? Like I think like this is just something that like we haven't sorted out yet.
Mhm. Yeah. Alright, well, let's talk through Angel because we
Yeah, I
also watched season 2, episode 9, The Trial.
geez. Talk about okay, like this is literally a like a, a melodramatic telenovela this show.
Yeah, Angel will do anything for a cute blonde. Angel will literally
Oh,
give his life for a
yeah.
cute
He
blonde.
loves
We've
blondes.
So to recap, we find out Darla is dying from syphilis because when she got brought back to life by Wolfram and Hart, they like this her illness from when she was mortal has continued. So she is striving to get bit again because she wants to be immortal. So she finds some nasty ass guy, tries to bring him into an alley. He doesn't even know what he's doing. It's literally like he's a virgin and like she's
Yeah.
gonna fuck him. He doesn't know what he's doing. Angel shows up, stabs him, and Angel decides, Darla, Darla, my dear Darla, I cannot let her die. So he's going to do whatever he can, which turns out to be some sort of trial where he has to fight some armed opponent. Then he has to like walk over hot coals, dunk his hand in holy water, and then literally sacrifice himself to save her, which he agrees to. My guy, like I know you had sex with her for like 150 years, but there are other women in the world, Angel,
He's
truly.
such a simp. Like
I can't stand him. I really can't stand him. He's so annoying. He is the drama. Everything is the drama with Angel. He is the most self-righteous like martyr. A guy with he is
Mhm.
like the biggest martyr complex. Like it is the most infuriating thing to
Yeah.
watch at times.
I gotta be honest with you, at this rate on this show, I think I'm rooting for the bad guys to win. Like, I think
But the thing is like you're rooting for Lindsay then, and Lindsay sucks. And
but
Kate, like she's kind of a bad guy too, and she really
no,
sucks.
but also, like, Drew Lulu comes at the end. Like, maybe I'm rooting for Drew to just, like,
I
end it
am
all.
always rooting for Jululu. I don't care where she shows up, what show she shows up. She could show up on like The Young and the Restless, and I'm like, yes, Jululu, get them.
I get it. So,
She's
like,
the best.
maybe Angel does have to leave forever. Like, of course, I don't want Cordy to leave, but like, honestly, like if Angel gets eliminated from existence, is that so bad?
It's not. It's not the worst thing that's ever happened. And here's the thing. How did you feel about the little loophole situation that ends up happening where after Angel's like, yes, kill
Mhm,
me. I want to
mhm.
save her. The guy's like, oopsie daisies. Sorry, can't fix her because this is her second chance.
Well, I think it makes sense. You
I
know,
think so too. I think Angel got a little upset and it's like, Angel, maybe you should have told them all the information up front. Like, did you read the fine print?
yeah, we could have skipped ahead a little. We could have saved some time and some tormenting, honestly, if you explain the
Mhm.
entire situation. And I think that, like, I don't think that we're not cats. We don't have 9 lives. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, we can't be checking off. If you've already gotten a free pass once to come back, ooh, maybe that's a sign. Angels come back once. Maybe we'll never get to see. Maybe when he dies, he'll never come back. Probably not. I think Angel probably has 9 lives, but nobody else. Probably Buffy has 9 lives. I think everyone except I don't know. Essentially, what I think is that he really put up a fit. And I think that the trial people were in the right because,
They were like, they literally had like no substitutions, no exclusions
yeah,
on the menu in fine print, and he neglected to read the
he
asterisks.
Karened it so bad. He said, I want
He
to
really
speak to
did.
your manager please,
So, yes,
immediately.
he threw a tantrum.
Mhm. And Darla's like Darla. Yeah, Darla's like, "You know what? It's okay. I will take my steak medium rare. I
It's
don't need it
fine.
to be
Your sacrifice has taught me what being human is all about. I'm going to be human. It will be
I'll
fine.
die of the syphilis. It's
And Angel's
okay."
like, I will walk beside you until you die and
You know
croak.
what? Maybe Angel should catch the syphilis too, and then they can both
Really
just
should.
die together a la The Notebook.
I really
And
wish he would catch the syphilis. It's driving me crazy. And I was very when I tell you the scream I scrumped when they open those doors and in walks Drew Lulu
yeah.
and she bites Darla. And then this queen bitch, this HBIC Drew Lulu is like, you know what, Angel? I'm a cut right above den titties. And you know what? I'm a motorboat Darla,
Oh
and
my
she's gonna
god.
suckle that blood out, and I'm gonna stare into your eyes when it happens. I was rooting for
Yeah,
Drew
because
Lulu.
that was the other thing, right? Because like Darla was like, I should just become a vampire because then I won't die of the syphilis. And Angel was like,
Mhm.
you don't want to do this. Like you're a human, you got the human chance, you have your soul. And essentially it was like either you die of syphilis or you become a vampire. I think I'm taking vampire too. And I like that
Mhm.
Darla was like, I'm sorry, Drew Lulu is like, I'm gonna just take this in my own hands, you know?
I
Like
bet Darla tasted nasty though, because like syphilis blood cannot taste good.
I can't speak on that, you know?
Although Darla got them pipes. She can sing. As much as I
Oh,
have chastised Angel for his horrendous karaoke, Darla is singing her little heart out. She's doing it. She's doing the thing. And I appreciated that. She at least put in some effort, unlike Angel.
is this just a lesson to be learned that like number 1, like if you are a good singer, you should just do karaoke. If you're not a good singer, maybe you should avoid karaoke.
No, be passionate if you're bad. I don't care if you're bad if you put on a show.
That and also um maybe Darla should have been more safe with her sexual advances 1,000 years ago.
Well, Sarah, I think the whole thing was that she was a sex worker and that's how she got the syphilis.
Oh, sex work is real work.
It is, and even back then, and also they didn't have the protections back then, you know. So like, what was she supposed to do? Their condoms didn't exist. She's not going to
Well,
be like, here,
she
take
asked.
some sheepskin, put it on your
She
dick.
I barf.
That's what I'm saying. There was nothing
When
she could have
did
done.
sheepskin
Oh, here we go.
condoms come?
Not when she was alive.
About 3,000 years ago, ancient Egyptians used linen sheaths to protect against disease. In
She,
1700s, condoms were made from animal intestines. What
but
year was this?
I don't know, a long time ago, and the men. They're like, I'm paying you. Shut up, bitch. Take it. Like they're not putting anything on their dick.
The sheep intestines have been around for a
Ew.
while. I'm
Okay.
just saying.
Anyway,
I don't think the honestly, I don't think the linen was a good idea.
no, that sounds scratchy. Um, the other thing too is I love and all the flashbacks that we got of like Darla and Angel's relationship. She's like, "I'ma ditch you, bitch. See ya. See ya later. You die all alone. It's fine." I love this. Again, try to convince me Angel is a better character than Darla. It ain't gonna happen. Can we swap them? Can we call the show Darla
Oh,
instead?
oh, I would take that. I
I
would
would
take
love
that.
that
I
switch.
mean, Darla
Imagine
was dead
Darla and
not so
Cordy
long ago.
together. Like, imagine them as like girl gang. That sounds
Mm.
fun.
I think I'm out on Cordy. I think
In
like a
general,
I think a bad haircut really ruins it
stop.
for me.
No. Okay, listen. One bad haircut is acceptable. We'll
I've
see where she
heard
goes
it's
from
going
here.
to be more than one bad haircut.
I have heard as well, but like, you know what? We don't know for sure. We don't know for sure. We'll see. Um
I
anyway,
think
that
like once you become an
yes.
uggo, then I'm like,
No.
mm. You have a mom
no.
haircut, Cordy.
Stop. She's trying. It was the early aughts.
Trying to do what? Be like awfully ugly?
Trendy. Be trendy. She's trying her best to be trendy. Um
Mm.
anyway, that was the Angel episode. I thought it was interesting mostly because I like Darla, but Angel really drove me up a wall this episode. Like he's very, very annoying.
Well, he got to do
Yeah.
his favorite thing and try to be the savior to a blonde in
Yeah.
need, which is his favorite hobby,
It's very annoying. It's
his
very irritating.
favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
And then Cordy
Yeah.
and Wesley got to do their favorite thing to do, and that is complain about Angel, how he is
Yeah.
sacrificing himself to somebody like
Try to
usual.
mother him. Yeah. Um
So, I don't know. Guys, like you really have to wait until season 5 for this show to get good. Like, are you people okay? Like, did you
Maybe
have
listen,
time?
Drew Lulu's here now. Drew Lulu's here now. Maybe everything will be okay. We'll see.
I
Do
don't
you want to
know.
hear the episode titles for next week?
Yeah.
Okay, so for Buffy, season 5, episode 10, Into the Woods.
Into the woods, into the woods, into I like that show.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one of my old favorites.
I've never seen it, I don't think. Have I? Did I watch
I
it?
don't I
Maybe
think
not.
that when we were watching a lot of Broadway, I think you've probably seen it. It's the one where
Probably.
where
What
it's
happened?
like well, it's the one with all the fairy tale characters and like the first act is like Little Red Riding Hood and Cinderella.
I feel like I didn't watch this.
And then in the second half, it's like everything just like goes twisted on its head.
I don't think I
And
saw this.
Jack and the Beanstalk, really? How
I don't
did
think
you
so.
avoid that?
I don't know, but it doesn't sound familiar to me.
I think that you've seen it. I just think that you don't remember.
That's very possible. Uh, the other episode that I will be watching, but you are under no obligation to watch, is season 2, episode 10 of Angel Reunion.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds intriguing. Who's getting reunited?
Well, Drululu and Angel.
Oh, I'll watch that.
Yeah, sounds fun. So that'll be next week. Anything else, Sarah, you want to tell the people about before we get on out of here?
No, not really.
No, me neither. Go check out Talking Shit. We're finishing up Schitt's Creek. We only have a few more episodes. It's devastating.
Wow.
End of an era. So that will be that. And next week we'll be back with some more Buffy and we'll see if Joyce dies. Probably not, but maybe. There's a possibility she could die. Exciting stuff.
I don't know. I truly don't.
No. Okay. Well, until next week, everyone, here endeth the lesson.